Let's talk about some easy meals that you can make for your family that are less than $10 at Walmart. Almost everybody has a Walmart close to them. So I thought it would make sense to grab some basic ingredients from Walmart and then put them together in different combinations to show you guys some simple family-friendly meals that will cost you less than $10. Now, obviously you don't have to shop at Walmart. Feel free to shop for these things wherever you like to shop, whether that's Kroger or Aldi, or here in Texas, that might be Tom Thumb, wherever you like to shop. But I wanted to share Walmart just because since everyone pretty much has one near them, you guys can kind of compare your prices to mine. Hopefully they will be similar and you can just go from there. If you have watched very many of my videos, you will recognize a lot of these meals because they are just basic meals that I make for my family on a regular basis. The meals all feed, I would say, like 4 to 6 people. There are 7 in our family, and these meals are great for us. But keep in mind that we have 5 kids who are on the younger side, like our oldest is only 10 years old. So these meals probably wouldn't feed 7, teenagers or 7 adults. So I'm gonna say these meals are for families of 4 to 6, just to be on the safe side for you. I'm purchasing all the ingredients you'll need for these meals, except for really basic seasonings like salt, but pretty much everything else I will be buying. With that being said, I'm gonna bring you along with me. Let's head into Walmart and grab some ingredients, and then we will talk through the meals that you can make. Here's everything that you'll need for our first meal, which is a crock pot chicken drumsticks and potatoes meal. So our chicken drumsticks, let's see, I got about 4 pounds here. They were $5.32. Our bag of potatoes were $2.64. You do not need this many potatoes, but it was the smallest bag of the basic potatoes. So I just grabbed the whole thing. It was $2.64. And then carrots were 98 cents. Oftentimes I will get the baby carrots, but they are a little bit more. I think it was $1.32. So I went for the cheaper one. So the total for all of this is $8.94. And this is really all you need for the meal. Now, if you want to spend a little more, you can add in an onion. Those are not much, less than $1. You will want some seasonings. Of course, you for sure need salt. Garlic powder is another one that I like to use. I also have over here Italian seasoning, and that is great to use in this meal. But if you don't have it, it will still be yummy if you just use salt. But this all goes in the crock pot. It's really delicious. It's really easy. You have your carrots in there for a veggie. You don't even technically need a side. If this is all you want to do, you will have a complete meal. And again, it was only $8.94. When I do the chicken drumsticks, I like to sear them a little bit before I put them in the crock pot. If you just sear them on each side, it just gives them a nice color and helps the skin to have a little bit better texture. So I'll do that first and then stick them in the crock pot on top of my potatoes and my carrots and just let them cook away. While we are here with all of this stuff, let's talk about another meal that you can make with these same ingredients. We love baked drumsticks. The kids call them spicy drumsticks because of the seasoning that's on them. They are super good. I think Pablo originally found the recipe and I've made it multiple times now. We just love it. It's a big favorite. And so doing something like that, the drumsticks in the oven, goes really well with potatoes. You can do potato wedges. I have a recipe for that we really like. Or you can cut your potatoes up really thin and do homemade fries, especially if you have an air fryer. Those are really great. Or you could do baked potatoes, stick them in at the same time as the drumsticks and do those. And then if you want a side, you could still use your carrots for this. You could cut them up and just have a raw veggie side. Or these were just 98 cents. We could swap these out with another veggie that's just 98 cents. For us, a lot of times that would be sweet peas. The only one who does not like these is Pablo, but the kids and I really like them. So that's a really easy veggie for us. Again, just 98 cents. So the total for this, whether you do the frozen veggies or the carrots on the side, it's still the same as our first meal. It's still $8.64 total. Moving on from the chicken drumsticks, let's do a meal with a different meat. So we have our ground beef here. Now, yes, this is the cheapest kind, the $73.27. I wanted to get the cheapest at Walmart. I usually will get the 80/20 at Kroger for a cheaper price when it's on sale, but I wanted to do Walmart. So this was $4.64 for a pound. It doesn't matter that there's a lot of fat because we're gonna cook it and drain out that fat. So this will be just fine. So we have our ground beef here, 1 pound. We have our bread, which is just $1 for the French bread. So convenient to be able to just grab that at Walmart. Our cheese here, I believe it was $1.97. It was up at $2.22, but it was reduced today. And then sour cream, which I believe this was $1.24. I think I'm getting that right. So my total for our beef stroganoff sandwiches, this right here is $9.83. Oh, if we also need to add in our veggie, right? So we can add back in, we can add carrots, we can add, again, our peas or any other veggie you want. I'm just showing those because I have them here on the table. But so I've shared this recipe with you guys before, but it's super easy. You're gonna cut your French bread in half and butter it. Then you're going to spread a lovely meat mixture with the sour cream on top of it. And then you're gonna be topping that with cheese. So like I said, I've shared this one before. The one thing you will need to make sure you have is Worcestershire sauce, however you say that. I know most people already have that in their pantry, so that's why I did not include that in this grocery haul. But this is definitely a family favorite, and we have this meal pretty often. Super easy, super delicious. For our fourth meal, we're gonna be using this smoked sausage. This is a sheet pan meal that I've made many times. You can honestly use whatever you have on hand, but for the purposes of this video, this is what we're using. We have a head of broccoli, an onion. I just grabbed a yellow onion, doesn't matter what kind. This one was 65 cents. My broccoli was $1.46. These were, of course, $2.64. These are the potatoes I already showed. And then our smoked sausage, this is the 14 ounce, and this was $3.46. So the total for all of this, let me look at my little list here. This was $8.21. So this, you're gonna chop up your broccoli, you're gonna chop up some potatoes, chop up some onion, chop up your sausage, mix them all together with a little oil. You can add whatever seasonings you want, salt for sure, and whatever else you want. And you're just gonna stick it in the oven and bake it. It comes out super delicious, super yummy, a 1-dish meal, which is really nice. And again, it is less than $10 for your whole family. Our final meal is ground beef quesadillas. So this is just an easy way to make quesadillas a little more special, a little more filling with ground beef. So this again was $4.64. Then we have our tortillas. They were $1.98. Cheese was $1.97. And then we have our taco seasoning mix, which was like 40 something cents. So all of this all together was $9.06. If you want to add a veggie, grab one of those 98-cent frozen veggies for the side or whatever, you're still gonna come out right at $10. That would be $10.04. So just 4 cents over when we add a veggie. But to make these, I will cook up the ground beef with the taco seasoning mix, and then you're gonna spread out your tortilla, put a little cheese first, then some of the ground beef, and then a little more cheese. and then close it up, and that will help it to stick nicely. They're really delicious, a great family-friendly meal, and again, less than $10 for everybody. If you're looking for more meal ideas, I have a whole playlist where I've shared lots of different family-friendly and budget-friendly meal ideas. So I will link to that here so you can check that out. Thank you as always for joining me today, and I will see you again soon in my next video.